Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Chris Hutchinson. I thought today we could do a patio makeover. I've been looking at my pots recently and I thought they were really boring, so I thought we can give them a facelift and make them beautiful again. So here we go. This is a shot of my patio before everything bloomed, and as you see, everything is just boring and out of place. For my first flower pot, I choose to do Bulbasaur. He's the one in the middle. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Flower pot, as you see, I need to grab some paper. We're gonna start painting it green, as you see here. Pretty green, just green. We want to paint the pot all over to make it the Bulbasaur color. Now, with these videos, I have gone back and done touch-up work on them, so you might see some different stuff here and there. So, as you see, I'm still painting the pot green. And green. Pretty green. So now I decided to go back and do a second layer, because I really wanted this to be green. And my OCD was kicking in very badly. Touch it up. Now we're going to start putting in some detail work. Or paint it green. And green. And more green. Now I'm going to start drawing his spots. Bulbasaur has blue spots. And then I'm going to do his eyes. He has big white eyes with red eyes for the center. And we're just going to keep filling that in. And then I didn't like that color, so I switched it to this green. And then I'm adding his blue spots. I didn't have a picture in front of me, so I was going off of my memory. Take a look at it. And now we're back at it again. More spots, more details. Keep going. My OCD is still kicking in because I want it to be perfect. Why can it not be perfect? He needs a mouth. Now he looks like a frog. I don't know why he's looking like a frog, but we're probably going to change it up eventually. And let's make the mouth bigger and pinker. And I didn't like that, so we're going to start over. And I'm still working on the eyes because I couldn't get the eyes right. And now we're going back to the mouth. And the mouth was just giving me problems because I didn't know what shape I wanted to do. I really thought that light green was glow in the dark paint. And he still looks like a frog. But I'll try to fix it. So I'm fixing it now. He's starting to look like himself. Let's do some more detail in the mouth. We need that red. Blood red. And I made his mouth too big again. Now we're going back to the eyes. Okay, now he looks normal. Here we go. We're going to paint him green because I thought he was too light. And let's redo his eyes because I didn't like the shape. And we're going in with the details of it. Must blend that shit in. We are contouring now because Bulbasaur needs to look fierce. So this is the finished product of Bulbasaur. I do need to go in and touch him up after I spray the protective seal on it. something happened to him, but I still think he looks pretty good. For my next flower pot, I choose this 80s theme flower pot. So you want to start by painting your flower pot all white or getting a white flower pot. Then use painter's tape to make your shapes. This is very important to get those detailed shapes for the 80s print. Usually 80s prints consists of the colors orange, purple, turquoise, pinks, and sometimes yellows. And this pot turned out very cool, especially when you started peeling the tape and adding the detailed circles in. So cool. Look at it. It's 80s theme. Ah! Oh my God. Check out this 80s theme flower pot I just painted here. This is the finished product. Oh, it's so cool. Look at it. Oh, totally 80s. For my next flower pot, I'm doing another 80s theme flower pot. So I painted this lime green, and then I'm doing my turquoise. One thing I love about the 80s prints are they don't have to be perfect. It's just big, bright shapes with different scribbles and marks on it. So this one was very easy to do, as you see here. Plus, this was a smaller pot, so this one went by really fast. Here's this little 80s theme flower pot. Looks so cute. Right next to my other 80s theme flower pot. So I decided to make an incense holder. I had one of these back in Indy before I moved to Eugene, Oregon. It was painted all black, so I decided to make another one, but this time to do an 80s theme version of it. I continued the same patterns like I did with my other pots to make this. All you need is a jar that you get from your local grocery store, wash it out, and you can use it as an incense holder. These are very cool, and it holds all the ash inside the jar, and you could just put the incense thing right in the jar, and you don't have to worry about ash getting over the place. Plus, any design you pick will look super cool and super different. Look at it. 80s theme. I love it. Colors. For my next flower pot, I decided to do a rainbow flower pot with an 80s print on top of it. So as you see, I started with the top with red, then orange. And let's get that yellow in there. Pretty yellow. More yellow. Yellow, so sunny and mellow. Then it's time for green coming up after I touch up the yellow. Green, you're such a beauty queen. Blue, I'm so wild for you. And pink, you have to have pink in your rainbow. Purple. And then I started doing my triangles and shapes that kind of looks like the 80s stuff. The finished flower pot for this one. Look how cool it is. Rainbow. For my next flower pot, I found this picture on Pinterest. So we're going to try to attempt it. So I grabbed my pot and started with the purple and the bright pink. And then we're going to go in with the light pink here soon and start making your mountains. Then we're going to do some touch up and start blending that foundation in. Got to blend that shit in. because nowadays we blend. And some more of the sky, and some more purples and pinks. We gotta blend it. And we're gonna do some more blending, because now we're gonna start with the cactuses. This actually turned out really cool, and it was really easy to do. Oh, look at it! It's so pretty! We're going to do a moon and stars product. Look at it! It's so pretty! It looks really cool at night. Oh. For my next flower pot, I decided to do another 80s themed flower pot. I decided to paint it all white just to give it a fresh white paint background. White like cocaine. And we're painting it white. We want that snow bunny white. This pot actually turned out really cool. And if you have any big pots like this print looks fabulous on it. So we're just going to blend. Now we're going to start using painter's tape to make the shapes of the design of the pot for the 80s theme. And I just kind of did this at random triangles, squares, and then I'm going to go in later and do the circles. Look at it. And we're going to start painting it. I love that shade of pink. And we're going to do the orange and the turquoise and the light pink. Now here's the grand finale. Start peeling DIYers orgasm right here. Just peel that paint and let's see those shapes. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. It looks 10 times better. Oh, shapes. Now we're going to go in and do the circles and the squiggly lines. Oh, this turned out so cool. Check it out. Look at it. Oh my gosh. I need a shirt with this print on it. This is the finished product of this pot. Look how cool it is. Look at all the different shapes and colors. Oh my God. So cool. For my next flower pot, I choose to do SpongeBob's house. Are you ready, kids? So I got my pot and started painting it orange. Now this pot was giving me really trouble because it had a weird material on it that made the colors look kind of muted. So I had to do more than one layers of these paints to get the final product. But it turned out awesome. And we're gonna blend. We're blending that shit. Blend that together. And now we're going to go in with the details, doing the doors, the windows, the little chimney. And then we're going to do the details on the house. It looks so cool. Oh, who lives a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. We're going to go back and touch it up. Oh, this turned out so cool. And I decided to do the top with a green layer. Do the details on the windows and doors. Put in shutters. Because I think this is SpongeBob's upgraded house when Mr. Krabs started giving him money. And I draw all his friends in the window. This is the finished product of SpongeBob's house. Look at it. You got SpongeBob in the window. You got Patrick. And it just goes down. Oh, it looks so cool. You got Gary. So cool. For my next flower pot, I decided to do a Once Upon a Time theme flower pot. So I decided to paint it all white. I tried spray painting it first, but then I went and got white paint. This is my compost pot that I have on my patio. Everyone should compost. It's a really good thing to do. And this pot gave me a little trouble because my OCD was really kicking in when I was doing this. So I went back and did a lot of change ups on this pot. So then I tried to start drawing trees on there. Now, when painting trees, my advice to you is do not overthink it. And I think that's what my problem was at first. I was overthinking painting the trees till I figure out a good rhythm, a way how I wanted to do it. So as you're going to see, I started with this pattern, but I'm going to start all over again and do a different pattern because I thought it was just getting too blotchy for me. And I'm still painting. And still painting. I thought this was cool at first till I let it dry and I thought it was too dark. So as you're going to see here in the next couple of seconds, I'm going to start all over again. So I decided to start over. So I decided to do my trees with painter's tape. So I took painter's tape and figured out a good spacing. I wanted the trees to be very skinny-ish. And the painter's tape really helped. So if you decide to do this pot, use painter's tape to make your trees, because this helped me out a lot. So then you go in with the black because I wanted the trees to be black like Regina's office. And then the square sign for the welcoming sign. And start pulling the tape back. As you see, you start seeing the trees a little bit. Then I went in and started doing detailed on it. And like I said, do not overthink the trees, because if you overthink it, the worse it's going to get. So I went in on the top and did the branches on the top, which looks very cool. And then I went in and started doing that. Have little branches at the bottom. I mean, this pot came out so cool. And if you know me, my whole bedroom theme is Once Upon a Time. So this just fits in my home perfectly. So a lot of detail. I had trouble with the writing. The writing was giving me trouble. So, like I said, I went back in details. I decided to put an apple on the side where the sign is that says "Welcome to Storybrooke," because you gotta have a poison apple in there. And that, with the apple, I just used red spray paint. And then I went in and just finished up some last minute details on it. I really wanted the welcome sign to pop in where you can be able to read it. If you're not a good person who can write very well, this was really hard for me until I actually got to a point where I got it to where I liked it. So a lot of trials and errors, but this pot really came out very well. The finished product, like I said, this is my compost pot, but I love how it looks. And as you see, the apple and the tree, oh my god, look at it. That is the coolest pot ever. Oh, look at my patio, and look how these pots turn out. So we got this one with the cactuses. Look how beautiful it is. And then I'm into the 80s print right now, and that looks gorgeous. And then we have the Once Upon a Time compost pot. Look at this. Now this one really gave me trouble to do with the writing, but I think it turned out fabulous. And then look what we have here. We have Bulbasaur. And then we get more 80s pots. Look at those. And then we have SpongeBob's house. Oh my god. These look gorgeous. So those were my tutorials on how to make over your pots. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the subscribe button and push the like buttons as well, and share with your friends. And there's more videos to be coming soon. Hopefully I can save up to get a microphone to get better sound on my videos. And thank you for tuning in. Bye y'all.